Hello everybody, this is Jens from Edguy sitting in Bilbao, and I want to say saludos a Mariscal Rock.
First of all, you have arranged your biggest tour production ever. Why have you decided to invest this special production just when the economic situation in Europe is not the ideal, and you have spent the most money here with this production?
Because nevertheless you have to give the fans what they deserve. I mean, for us it's going pretty okay economically, and we just, preparing a tour is like in a toy store, like being a kid in a toy store. You try to fulfill your dreams, you try to make the best of the budget that you have, and so and we want to keep on doing this. So we want to present the people a big show, a big production, that they really get value for their money and hopefully come back the next tour again.
Okay, have you looked back to your idols in the 80s in order to design the stage for this tour? For example, the big Space Boys might resemble a little bit to Eddie from Iron Maiden. I don't know, what bands with bigger stage presence in the 80s do you like best?
Of course, AC/DC is a masterpiece of stage presence. Also bands like Kiss and Iron Maiden, of course, they have their Eddie. But for us, the problem, or not really the problem, is we have to design the stage that it fits in big venues, but also fits in smaller venues. So that's the challenge, having a stage production that, of course, looks great at Wacken Open Air, but also looks great in a smaller club in Sweden. So that's why we. Sometimes we can blow up the Space Cop because it just doesn't fit on the stage. Then we have just that. But of course, it's always a challenge to make a good stage production.
Okay. And would you have the Space Police here, the toy here?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Okay. First, we're going to talk about this tour. What about the shows in Japan? Because I reckon the album has been selling very, very good there.
Japan was amazing as far as all the places we've been so far have been really, really amazing. We had sold out shows in Japan, we had sold out shows in England, we had sold out shows in Germany, and even yesterday in Madrid was a sold out show. So we just can be happy how the tour is going so far.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because for example, it has to be really important for the band, for a German band, to have a sold out shows in countries like UK, for example.
Yeah, it just shows that something's going on there. It's of course having sold out shows mean that there is still a request for the band, that people are willing to see the band live, and it's great to have an audience all over the planet. It's just cool. We are very, very thankful for it.
Mm-hmm. So what can you tell me about the tour so far, the current tour so far? Everything's going okay, or?
Perfect. We had no cancellation. Toby is doing an amazing job taking care of his voice. As I said, big audiences. Everybody is still more or less healthy. So that's also very, very important. And we had great packages. We had a Freedom Call in Scandinavia, Unisonic in Japan and in Germany. We have Masterplan in Southern Europe. So
just because, do you remember one time here in the Basque Country when you were not really healthy in Baracaldo?
I remember it was the last tour. I had to sit on the stage because I was pretty sick, but okay. I'm sitting again, but not tonight.
Okay. Edguy has always included a sense of humor, a touch of humor in every step of your career. Is this the reason why not only you cover Falco's Rock Me Amadeus, but you as well played here in the live shows?
Yeah, because the people really like that song. I mean, we tried it the first time on a festival in Slovakia, and the people were really going crazy about this song. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with humor. It's not. We don't see it as a fun song, more or less. It's just a great song, and it was a challenge to cover this song. And we just did it, and as you see, the people love it when we play it live. So it's a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. As you told me before about your supporters, one of them was Unisonic. I can imagine never in your wildest dreams when you were a teenager you would have imagined one day Michael Kiske or Kai Hansen could be your supporter, man.
No, they were not the support. They were the very, very special guest. To make that clear, but that's how things go nowadays. I mean, we did a co-headlining tour with them in Japan when we were supporting them, and on the other hand, Germany was a better market a bit for us, so Unisonic was supporting us. Of course, Kai and Michi, they are legends, but they're also friends, and as long as you don't. It's an honor for us to have them touring with us, and we don't treat them bad or anything. It was a very good treatment for them. And on the other hand, they treated us well when we were supporting bands like Gamma Ray, for example. It was the other way around, and they treated us well. Now we treat them well. And well, sometimes you can reach more people if you're doing things together.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Maybe that's the reason why you have arranged this tour with different support acts. For example, Freedom Call, you told me, Unisonic, now Master Plan. This is not really usual. Maybe the most usual thing is, the most common thing is having one supporter for the whole tour. Yeah. And this is the reason why you have decided to include different supporters, or a special? Yeah,
it was one of the reasons. I mean, one special reason was that Unisonic had already confirmed in Spain headliner shows. So it would have been stupid to take them as a supporter, and they didn't want to do the supporting shows here in Spain. So first we had to find another support act for Southern Europe, and then we stayed in contact with the promoters also and asked them, well, we have different options, what do you think would be the best for the special area? So it was working together with everybody.
All right. Selecting top supporters because Freedom Call, Master Plan, Unisonic is a proof you feel really confident of your live shows, because other bands do not like to have top class supporters because they fear being outpaced, being overtaken. Other headliners don't like powerful supporters, but however you are really confident.
Well, it's a challenge. It's of course it's great if you have like really good supporting bands, then yeah, you have to give 110% to top it, or to try to top it. Mm-hmm. And well, we don't see it as how to say it. We're very confident about ourselves. We did a lot of rehearsing, but as I said, it's also good to have strong support bands because it makes you even better.
Mm-hmm. Because you realize even some fans might go to or might come here to see the support act first.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, if somebody is a really great Master Plan fan and not such a big Edguy fan and he's coming to the show, then it's another challenge for us, and it's an option for us to win this person to be an Edguy fan also.
Okay. Next step, we'll be going to South America for a South American tour with label mates like Hammerfall and Gothard. What do you expect for this upcoming South American tour?
I hope that it's going to turn out great, like everything. I mean, well, we talked about that earlier. Economically, it's not the best situation right now in certain countries. So you have to make up your mind. More and more bands are touring. More and more bands are playing. You have to give them something special, and you have to unite to create something bigger, and that's what we're doing in Europe, and that's what we also tried now in South America, because every band is touring there and every band is pulling the audience from another, and we said, hey, why just don't we team up and make something good, which is hopefully the best for everybody.
All right. One of your merits in Edguy, one of the big things is maintaining a solid lineup. You have never been really jealous about the special attention Tobias Sammet is getting from Avantasia. This is really important, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we have superpowers in the band. Everybody can speak and listen, and that's how you can solve everything. Of course, sometimes we have different opinions on certain things, but well, we can talk about it, and I think everybody's really happy in this band. That nobody would throw it easily away for some ego shit, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 7 months later than releasing the last album, could you define a little bit musically the last album? Do you consider it a bit of a mixture from all the different Edguy's times? I don't know, you mix a little bit of hard rock, a bit of heavy metal, power metal. What could you tell me?
Well, we always did include different elements. Somebody crashing the interview. I was about to say something good about you, but right now I just...
You look good. Cool.
Okay, rewind. No, what we always try to do with albums is to create an album that shows the band in a certain period of time. I mean, Space Police Defenders of the Crown is exactly how Edguy is sounding in the year 2014. And Age of the Joker was exactly the album that represented Edguy in the year 2011. So, of course, what you have done in your past always influences you on new albums. And but we never, before starting songwriting, there's never a goal except making a good album. We never know how it might sound, how it might turn out in the end. So we just meet in the rehearsing room and start making music.
What about the reaction of the fans about this new album?
Pretty good. I mean, you see when people are coming to the shows, they're not only waiting for the old stuff, they are also willing to hear new material, and that's always a very good sign.
What are the upcoming projects for next year? I don't know, maybe even for Edguy and Entrevista, I don't know if can you tell me about next year?
I don't know. Well, first it's about finishing the tour. As you said, we're going to South America, have a couple of more festivals. And then next summer, I'm sure we're going to play a lot of festivals all over Europe. Then we see what's happening. Maybe we do some USA tour or, we will see what will come up.
And now a little bit more personal, are you aware of the current metal scene? I don't know, you like to find out new bands or do you still listen to the classics, or what can you tell me?
Well, both of it. I like to recover new bands, and of course I'm also a fan of the good old stuff like AC/DC, Iron Maiden and all that thing. But I'm also listening to new bands. For example, I found a pretty good Swedish band. It's called Dynasty. That's just very, very interesting, very good band. So of course you can't listen to every album that is released, but sometimes if I really like something, of course I support it.
And what do you expect of the new AC/DC album?
The same shit as every. No, but AC/DC is one of the few bands that they are allowed. They can sound the same on every album. Nobody's expecting any innovation from AC/DC, and that's good like it is.
Okay. And anything you are fed up with in the music business, apart of the press? Anything you don't like?
The value of making music is going down through all the downloading and everything. Nobody really values making music anymore, and it's getting more and more difficult especially for young bands to get out and present the music to the people, because it's more or less it's a throwaway article. I remember when I was young, you were saving your pocket money and then you bought a CD and you were listening to this one CD over months. And nowadays, the kids, they have terabytes of music and they, come give me another 120,000 rock albums here, I can share with you. And people don't value music anymore. It's like a throwaway article. They use it once and throw it away and don't see the effort that bands have to spend behind making music.
And just the last one, I've been told that in this year you're playing around 13 tracks. Do you think this is enough, or?
I think it's 13, 14, sometimes 15. It's 1.5 hours, between 1.5 hours and 100 minutes, and I think for me it's enough. You can never satisfy anybody. Of course, there are people who want to hear a 3-hour show, but for me personally, I think I have a better feeling going to a show when the band is finished and I have the feeling, I could have listened to one more song, than looking at my watch and say, one more song, really? I want to go home. You know what I mean? So since you're never sure if you can match everybody's taste, but for me personally, this is the better feeling, like leaving a show and still being hungry and still willing to listen to one more song than being fed up before the band is even finished.